In 2024, he co-founded the American Sunlight Project, a bipartisan effort to counter the threat of disinformation to American democracy. Everybody welcome Carlos Álvarez-Aranyos.
Thank you, everybody. I'm not a scientist, but I was recently published in my first journal. As she said, my name is Carlos Álvarez-Aranyos, and I'm the founder of American Opposition. We launched American Opposition to do what the Democrats have failed to do and serve as a hub for the opposition movement. To bring this nation together to fight in common cause. We're gathered here not as strangers, but as brothers and sisters bound by a core belief. A belief in reason, in discovery, in the power of knowledge to lift us higher, to move us forward, and to deliver a future worthy of our children. We're here because we believe in science. Donald Trump is seeking to turn back the clock, not just on progress or on policy, or on rights, but on the very pursuit of truth itself. And we will not allow it. We have come to declare with one voice that science shall not be silenced, that knowledge shall not be erased, that truth shall not be buried beneath the weight of fear or ignorance or greed. This is not just a fight for the scientists, researchers, and students working in the great halls of learning. This is a fight for all of us. For the mother whose child breathes polluted air. For the farmer whose land is cracked and dry. For the worker whose home is burned by the fire or swallowed by the flood. For the sick, the poor, and the weary who have been told that there is no cure, no respite, no hope. When we know that humanity's hope is born in the minds of those who search for answers and discover truth. Donald Trump doesn't want facts. He can't handle truth. He despises expertise. He wants control. And the truth and those who discover it are standing in his way. I grew up in the Dominican Republic under Joaquin Balaguer, an elected fascist who did everything Donald Trump is trying to do. I know what it feels like to live under a government that suppresses information, turns experts into enemies, and forces the public to navigate an environment built on lies. I've watched them drive the best and the brightest from their posts, not because their work was flawed or because their research was false, but because the facts didn't serve their power. I've seen them turn the lights of knowledge into shadows of deception, and I can tell you this, it never stops with the scientists. They're coming for our health, our safety, the environment, the economy, and the very foundations of our society. Their greed wants it all. But let me be clear, they will never succeed. Because while I have seen the power of tyranny, I've also seen the power of truth. I've seen it in the innovations that have made our world healthier and less hungry than ever before. In Borlaug's wheat, in Fleming's penicillin, and in the vaccines that have saved millions of lives. I've witnessed science transform sorrow into joy, suffering into relief, and despair into possibility in conflict areas around the world. I've seen knowledge and discovery bring light to the eyes of a child and spark the wonder and creativity that defines their lives. We must rise up and say that no government or corporation will keep us from seeking answers, from solving problems, or from lifting each other up with the light of knowledge. Though the forces of ignorance may seem strong, they will not win. We've seen the people rise before. We've seen them march for justice, and justice came. We've seen them march for freedom, and freedom rang. And we've seen them stand for truth, and truth has always prevailed. As Martin Luther King told us, the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. We stand on the shoulders of Galileo and Newton, of Curie and Carver, of Einstein and Salk. We stand on the shoulders of those who dared to seek the truth, and we will never betray their legacy. So let us lift our voices in one great and undeniable cry. We will stand up for science. We will stand up for knowledge. And we will stand up for truth. And we will never, ever yield. Thank you very much.